You stand in front of a mirror, not to check your hair, to rehearse an answer you won't say. You smooth a lie across your mouth like a practiced smile. It fits, for now. Why did you choose this instead of the truth? Because no one ever taught you truth was soft enough to catch all your fears. This is where the story begins, with a small, quiet avoidance. An omission, a tiny white thread pulled from the fabric of your day. You tell it to keep the peace, to stop a hand from shaking, to spare someone's feelings. You tell it because the thought of what comes after the truth feels like dropping off a cliff. Fear is the loudest reason. Fear of judgment, fear of loss, fear of looking small. You remember the last time honesty cost you a relationship. You remember the sting, so you learn a different language. Shame speaks softly, but it compels you. Shame says, hide. Shame reshapes your memory, makes your mistakes smaller. You flatten details until they're easier to carry. Self-protection becomes a daily ritual. You protect a fragile identity, a version of you that hasn't yet failed. It's not malice, it's a shield. Then there's manipulation. Not all lies are defensive. Some are crafted to bend others, to gain favor, to control outcomes. But notice something important. Even manipulative lies often originate in fear. Fear of not getting what you want. Fear of being overlooked. You weigh risk and reward like a quiet accountant. You choose the path that seems to give you the upper hand. You tell a story designed to steer a room. And you use other people's expectations as scaffolding. That calculated move looks different from a flinch. But it lives on the same spectrum. Both are attempts to reduce pain. Now, cognitive dissonance. A heavy phrase, a simple feeling. It's the knot in your chest when actions don't match who you think you are. You see yourself as kind, responsible, competent. Then you do something that breaks that self-image. You miss a deadline, you hurt someone, you lie to cover it. The mind hates that knot. So it starts a tidy work of reconstruction. You rationalize, you minimize, you retell events until they sound plausible. These mental edits are survival tactics. Over time, they ossify. Your justifications gather momentum. You begin to believe the story you created. Self-deception becomes a haven. Less cognitive strain, more fragile truth. Small lies grow. A single bend in the truth requires maintenance. You must remember versions. You must alter future choices. The brain treats this as problem solving. It allocates more energy to protecting the lie than to living it. So the lies multiply. A lie about being okay becomes a pattern of silence. A lie about a missed payment becomes a web of excuses. Each new lie is a brick in a wall that separates you from reality. It's taxing. It's isolating. And the worst part? You can lose sight of why you started lying at all. You defend the defense. You mistake preservation for identity. What happens when you're on the receiving end? You feel betrayed, you hurt. But the anatomy of the lie deserves a second look. Often the liar is in pain first. They hide so they won't be exposed to that pain. This doesn't forgive deceit, but it reframes it. Compassion and accountability can coexist. You can name the lie, you can point to the harm, and you can ask what fear caused it. That question opens a different door. It doesn't excuse the lie, but it refuses to treat the liar as pure villain. Lying is less a weapon and more a wound. It's a reaction to the edges of your life where truth cuts too deep. That's why honesty feels risky, but it's also why truth is powerful. The truth reduces the cognitive load. It ends the maintenance. It lets you stop acting and start repairing. You can practice saying smaller truths. You can rehearse accountability like a new muscle. You can learn to sit with shame without building a story around it. You can teach your nervous system that truth won't always mean annihilation. This takes courage. It takes practice. It takes someone to hold the room steady. You are not alone in this tendency. Most of us protect ourselves the same way. So the final note is simple. Look inward first. Ask why you're hiding. Name the fear, face the shame. Make the smallest truth you can manage. See what happens. Do people lie to fool others, or to protect themselves from the truth they fear most?